Greetings, this is Ryder. Today's video is a review of Man of Steel. Probably the biggest flaw in this movie is the dialogue. The dialogue ruins a lot of important scenes, like the Lois and Clark kiss did not work. The joke at the end ruined the moment and really took everyone out of the movie. I don't like it, and I'll just move on to the other example. There's a part in Zod's trial where he is talking to Nora and saying that he'll find her son. I'll find him 5 times in a row, progressively getting madder, and it really doesn't work, as it's really bad. I don't have any other way of saying it. The weird thing is that there are other parts of this film that I really like the dialogue. There's the monologue that Russell Crowe has. I think it's directly from a comic book, which makes sense why it's so good. It's the phrase that everyone kind of quotes for Superman, where they will strive to be like you and you'll outrun them and stuff like that. One day they'll join you in the sun. And that's an amazing line. I really like it. And there's the priest and Clark scene. I think it kind of shows his humanity, and for him to go to a priest, it's how he was raised for 20 years. I really like the line where the priest says, sometimes you need to take a leap of faith first, then the trust part comes later. Okay, so I'm gonna go on a costume tangent. It's not a tangent because it's a review, but this costume is really amazing. I've actually seen it in person. I went to Comic-Con the year after the movie, and it was at the CW booth. And I saw it in person, and I thought it looked good on screen, but it looks way better in person. The amount of detail that went into it and all the work was definitely worth it. Every DCEU costume, that's the bar. And definitely the Batman costume, the texture on the Batman costume was based off of like Superman having a texture on his costume. So I really like the costume, and it's definitely been the standard for every superhero film after. So when I first saw the film, I was really upset that Superman killed Zod at the end. I was really upset that Superman killed Zod, but I've watched it maybe a dozen times since then, and it made the most sense. It made most sense for Superman too, because he is not yet there. He's not completely Superman yet. He's still learning, and even the strongest man in the world can make mistakes, and I think that's kind of the point. So something else I realized after I watched it the last time was they have a lot of cinematic cues to direct the audience to where he's at, to his location, and I realized that those cinematic cues where the butterfly is on the swing when he's coming back to meet his mom again for how long he's been away, and I think the clotheslines and things that remind him, like the bus, and remind him of the bus scene, things like that are cinematic cues to show you what Superman is listening for, what reminds him of home. And I think this is an important fact because in Batman vs. Superman, in the courtroom scene, it shows a lot of cinematic cues, like people whispering and him opening the door to testify against himself or for himself. It shows restraint and that he wasn't paying attention to what happened next. So yeah, I really like this idea. I didn't realize it, and I'm sure a lot of people haven't, but I think it's something that is underappreciated. So overall, I really like this film. I think it's I would say it's the best out of the three that have come out so far. Wonder Woman hasn't come out yet, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what the DCEU has next. I think Man of Steel is the bar, especially for solo films. So let me know what you guys think of this review, and please share the video. I've been trying to do it all myself, but it's a lot of work for one person. If each person who watches this video shares it, that doubles my views. So that would help me out a lot. Consider subscribing too, and I'll see you all on the other side.